Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, like, subscribe, I know you wanna. So if you guys have seen my previous video where I speak about Jake Webber making a tweet amongst the whole Charlie Kirk situation last week, where he called out certain influencers for their responses to the situation, as he felt like they were revealing their secret Trumpies, which he quickly deleted this tweet, and I couldn't find it, and I was honestly quite annoyed at myself that I didn't take a screenshot. I know I failed as a YouTuber in that moment. I do humbly apologize for my grave mistake. But I have since found the tweet, and here it is right here for you guys. Jake Webber said the following: "It's wild how easy it is to spot which influencers / celebrities are secret Trumpies based on their takes right now. If there's anything to take away from this, it's that we need stricter gun laws." And honestly, I kind of agree with what Jake Webber said. I mean, a lot of America's problems would disappear if there were stricter gun laws. They honestly just took away guns completely, but you know, whatever. I know everyone in America likes to run around with guns because they feel like it's a defense thing. They need to defend their land. That was a really awful American accent. I can't do it, guys. Sorry, I'm just a silly English boy. Forgive me. Now, in my personal opinion, I think Jake Webber deleted that tweet due to the onslaught of backlash he must have received due to the Conservatives, as America was very heated last week. And the Conservatives were definitely going nuts, honey, towards anyone who wasn't crying about Charlie Kirk. So I do know a lot of celebrities who I think are probably more on the progressive side just kept their mouth shut. So they couldn't be bothered to deal with it. Let it blow over. Let all the AI things they're generating of Charlie Kirk floating up into heaven, or just let them do their thing for a few weeks, and then they'll get over it and we can move on. Now, a lot of people were speculating as to exactly who Jake Webber was talking about. I did find this TikTok of somebody alluding to that it was this Love Island guy that Jake Webber and Tariyomi, I did notice, were randomly hanging out with and filming content, which is one of their critiques. A lot of people have been saying that I've noticed that Tariyomi and Jake Webber love to be pick-me's and jump on the latest person who's blowing up on the internet, and all of a sudden they'll be filming TikToks of these random people just because they've just got off Love Island, they've just got this big show and they're popular at the moment, you know, and then as soon as they disappear, Tariyomi and Jake Webber stop hanging out with them. And I have seen that a few times, so I understand what you guys mean when you say that. But anyway, here's a clip of that TikTok right here. But the thing is, let's be real guys, this could be many influencers who are secretly Trumpies. Especially a lot of these LA influencers who have a lot of money, just like Jake Webber. One of the incentives for voting for Conservatives in America, which I could be wrong, but for like the UK and America, the politics are a little bit similar. Like our Conservatives are very much for, you know, keeping the rich richer and the poor poorer. So, and I feel like if you've got a lot of money, like a lot of these people do in LA, they will be voting for these kind of people because they want to maintain, you know, more money and have more money and all this kind of stuff. And maybe Jake Webber realized he's just not going to have that many friends if he keeps calling out influencers for being secret Trumpies. And I think some people are also probably a little bit like, oh, okay, Jake Webber, you can't stand in business. As soon as you get a little bit of backlash for something, you run away and delete stuff, and he doesn't stand by what he believes in. And this is where I do understand when some people say sometimes Jake Webber comes across rather performative.
I think Tariyomi and Jake Webber are extremely corny people, very fake people with their whole punk persona. And this feeling I've been having has been brewing for a while, and I feel like today I can finally articulate it. For them to make their whole image like being punk and like their whole fashion being punk and edgy, yet like the second somebody becomes popular, you can see them with them. And the fact that they both live in LA, and it, to my knowledge, have been entirely silent about the ICE raids in LA, correct me if I'm wrong, that is what I thought. But just generally, they never speak on anything political. The entire point of punk fashion is to be anti-establishment. That is the historical roots and significance of punk fashion. I just think overall, being an influencer, like a punk influencer, is an oxymoron. Like, if you were to be an influencer in the literal sense of influencing people to protest or influencing people to question government and to reject establishment norms, yeah. But to be like an LA influencer who is like constantly seen with a fresh new Love Island cast member, yeah, girl, y'all are real punk. And I know this isn't like the most important issue in the world, like, I know, but it's just like every time I see them, I'm just like, and like I really did like Tara for a while. Like, I think she's cute and I think she's a fun personality and I think she is an entertaining person, but it's like you're corny. Like, you just are. Like, if you're not going to speak on a single happening in the world, let's take off the punk cosplay, girl. Like, let's just go put on some American Eagle or something. And let me not put it too heavy on Tara, because Jake, the full body tats, like, you've committed to this bit, babe. You've committed.
As he does have a predominantly progressive audience, and so does Johnny Gilbert and Tariami. They all are very similar, even Carrington. Their audience, I would assume, is rather left-leaning. So sometimes I feel like, especially with Jake Webber, I've noticed a bit more than the others, he wants to cater to them a bit, perhaps. And I do know Jake Webber is very, like, conscious of his fan base and staying in their good graces. If his audience is predominantly women and queer people and POCs, he's gonna try and cater to them because he wants to keep their views, wants to keep making income off them, you know? And interestingly, ever since Jake Webber has received backlash for being a poser, which, let's be real guys, has gone on for like a few years now. Honestly, it's a bit boring, that narrative. I will have to be honest. In my opinion, it's like, okay, we get it, you think he's a poser, okay, let's move on. But ever since Jake Webber has been receiving quite a lot of backlash, I do feel like he comes across maybe a little bit desperate sometimes to prove that he is progressive and he is left-leaning, since everyone is always calling him out for his allocator to and owning a Tesla, living in an LA mansion, etc, etc. And obviously he's a straight white guy, so, you know, it's just very easy for him to not understand minorities and what we go through, and to just like live in his LA mansion and ignore all the issues of the world, you know? It is messy, I do understand people's point, but I just feel like, you know, this narrative's been going on for like 2 years now. It's like, okay. So like I said, I think what happened, Jake Webb made that tweet, got loads of backlash straight away, so he quickly deleted it and pretended it never happened. Issue is, at the moment, I mean, I'm in the UK, it's become a lot more far right, and it's more cool now to be conservative. Everyone's coming from the gays, everyone's coming for the POCs. It's just like, this is what's going on right now everywhere. Like, what's happening in America has leaked out into the UK, and I'm sure other places in the world are suffering because of it as well. UK politics and America's politics are rather similar. I mean, look at someone like Jeffree Star, who basically does drag every day. That's so far right of him, isn't it? Even his gay androgynous ass is now pandering and grifting conservatives because he knows it's his only option to sell his makeup now, as he's been cancelled from the queer community at this point. Thing is, they're not going to agree with his existence and what he looks like or anything like that. It's like, it's just so silly. But I suppose that Jeffree Star can win them over with his opinions and stuff. It's like, look, I'm one of the cool ones, and he can make money off them. Jeffree Star will do that because he doesn't have anything left. He doesn't have anything, you know, all the people who have been supporting him have left at this point. We've all seen the videos of Jeffree Star saying there should be a third gender, that he doesn't care about how people identify him as, but this was against the norms back then and it got attention. Now to be the opposite is what gets attention, so he's now doing that. In a few years, when the world becomes more open-minded and progressive again, he will then flip back, and it's just what people like Jeffree Star do. But this is just an example of how people are turning and how it's uncool to be progressive at the moment. So when, for example, someone like Jake Webber tried to pander to his progressive audience recently, like in that tweet, he is attacked way more than he normally would be. So I bet you now he's just going to remain quiet going forward, while hanging out with the Trumpy FaZe clan and trying to fool his audience he's so progressive. I mean, just saying. And now that's just my opinion. You know, who knows what's really going on? Who knows what Jake Webber's beliefs really are or whatever, but I can see why it does come across a bit dodgy sometimes. Now, for those who comment on my videos of being like, oh, do you like Jake Webber? Do you like Johnny Gilbert, Tariami, Carrington, whatever it may be? Just know, guys, honestly, I do not care about them. I don't know them. They're just hot topics that I speak about on my channel. It's really not that deep. If they become irrelevant tomorrow, I will never speak about them again. That's how it works. I'm just a commentary channel here on YouTube. I speak my opinion on trending subjects, and that is it. It's nothing deeper than that. And what I say or don't say, whether that comes across as hateful to you guys or negative or positive or whatever, doesn't mean that I hate or love someone at all. I'm just speaking my mind on the topic. Now, I'm fully aware. Look, I've learned, guys. I've definitely learned. Jake Webber, Johnny Gilbert, Tariami, and Carrington have a very parasocial fan base, and in a way, that obsession's been quite good for my channel because it has made me grow. It has made me get views and stuff like that, as well as some of the other hot topics that I talk about as well. But I've definitely noticed with this fan base, there's a lot of obsessed people who comment really weird comments on like all of my videos. And like I said, it's fine, it helps me grow, so keep doing it. Like, I don't know these people, I don't have a parasocial obsessed relationship with these people at all, okay? I go on TikTok, I see what's trending, I see what's going viral, and I make a video about it. It's just literally as simple as that. If I'm honest, I think why my videos do so well with Jake Webber and Johnny Gilbert and all of that is because I don't think any other YouTube channel really does commentary on them as much as I do. So I'm usually breaking the news first, so that's why it does well. As like, I've done videos on like, I don't know, Tana Mojo, Trish Paytas, whatever. Those videos don't never do well on my channel. You know why? Because they're, I wouldn't say they're bigger than Jake Webber in that though, to be honest. I feel like they're probably on the same kind of level, but the big T channels will cover them before I do because, you know, they have like editors and all these people working for them. I'm just here by myself, doing my little thing out. So, you know, this is why the whole commentary space is really competitive like that. But I feel like Jake Webber and that do pretty well on my channel channel because nobody else really covers them. But regardless of whether they've done amazingly well or not, I'll still make a video about it. Like, I'll still make videos on Trish Pets and stuff still. This channel is like a little space for me to have fun and talk about stuff that I would be talking about anyway. Like, I would be watching videos of these people anyway, so I might just talk about it, you know. Yeah, I guess that's me. I'm chronically online, so I'll keep up with all the latest tea. So this is the whole reason why I'm inspired to do these kind of videos in the first place on my channel, because I'm like, well, I kind of keep up with everything going on, so I might as well make videos about it. And obviously a lot of you guys appreciate what I do, a lot of you guys enjoy the videos. I don't talk about the trolls and some of the weird comments and stuff, but I will say the majority is love and you guys do appreciate what I do, so you know, I do focus on that. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. I'm ranting a little bit, what am I like? So yeah, like and subscribe to my channel for more of me, and then you want to baby, hit the bell notification to be notified and pop it on your screen with a new video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Mwah.